Well, welcome along here to the commentary box again. It's time for the end of day wrap after what was the first day of the playoffs today. We've seen third v fourth in the morning and then just concluded now first v second as Sudurpaschim rolled into the final. Their juggernaut, their almost unstoppable juggernaut, looks like it is going to be going all the way. They're already booked into that grand final, and who knows, the way they're playing, they could get their hands on that trophy with their captain Dipendra Singh Airee at his very, very best again. Have a little run through this morning's game first though. The Karnali Yaks, well, they pulled off a big upset, didn't they? It was 4th v 3rd, and I think quite a few of us here in the commentary team, we quite fancied the Chitwan side. The way in which they've played, particularly the way in which Qualifier has captained, has really, really impressed us. But today, a little bit of a wild card pulled by the Karnali Yaks. He only was announced at 8 a.m. this morning. Someone who's well known to fans here in Nepal, Chitwan Rhinos, who has played here, I think in 2017, 2018 and 2021. He got things off to a flying start as the Yaks were inserted into bat first. He made 53 off 39, hit 8 boundaries, and he gave something that the Yaks have been missing really throughout the tournament, apart from a couple of shows from Shikhar Dhawan, who coming into today was still their side's top run scorer despite only playing the 4 games. He made 53, Will Basisto made 52, again using those reverse sweeps to really good effect. And then the standout innings for us was Chadwick Walton, who made 46 off 23 deliveries. We thought some of the plans from the Chitwan Rhinos were a little bit confusing. We didn't see left arm spin till the second half of the innings. We only saw 2 overs from Ravi Bapara, even though he took 1 for 8. And Shikhar bowled his 4 overs consecutively, did pick up the 1 wicket. Big moment in the game though was Dipendra dropping that catch off Will Basisto when he was on none, and he went on to really punish those Rhinos. So 175 for 6 always looked like it was going to be far, far too much, and it proved to be that. The big 2 wickets in the chase were always going to be Qualifier and Ravi Bapara with the way in which they played. None of us could understand the lack of Jan Lofty-Eaton, who continues to not be utilised, and now they are knocked out. That's going to be it for the Namibian. But 53 for Ravi Bapara was a top score. He had 7 boundaries. Whilst he was still there, you felt there was definitely a chance for them to hunt it down. The big wicket again went to the 16-year-old. That was the Red Bull energetic moment of the match. Qualifier was cleaned up, one that kept a little bit low from the left arm spinner. So much for those matchups, eh? They don't mean too much. Then it was on to this afternoon. The place was absolutely packed to the rafters. There wasn't a single spare piece up on the grass banks, and the way in which those Sudurpaschim fans have supported has been quite remarkable. Yet again, it was their bowling attack that started doing the damage before the fast bowlers, particularly Scott Kugelines, who's at 16 in the tournament thus far, was joined by the spinners. I thought the spinners bowled nicely. They restricted Janakpur altogether to 139. Dipendra Singh Airee was the pick of them with 3 for 29. Safe save, 2 for 20, and 1 for 9 for Abhinesh Bahara, bowling 2 tough overs at the end. 140 was never going to be enough, really, with the way in which that pitch was playing today. Little shout out for Harmeet Singh too, with his 4 overs, none for 13. And all 4 batters that were used for the Sudurpaschim Royals, they did it with the utmost of ease. Great to see Binod Bhandari be unbeaten there at the death. I think he's going to be named the player of the match, although maybe that's changed to Dipendra Singh Airee, such is his impact throughout this tournament. Bhandari made 58, not out of 55 balls, anchored the innings beautifully, 3 4s, 3 6s. Good contribution again from Safe Save, but Tiger was at it again. He came in after Brandon McMullen was dismissed for 25. He made 20 not out of 16 balls. He had a run out today, he had wickets today, in the runs yet again. He could well be player of the tournament. So we're very close to wrapping up here. In fact, I think we've got the player of the match about to come in on screen now. Just show you a little bit of this commentary box, shall we? A little bit behind the scenes. This is what we see here. There's my tablet that I use for everything, and then we get that's Mikhail Vaswani doing the post-match presentation. And as you come across, that's the fruit machine with all the key details there. That's our view out of the commentary box window. There's our scoring team who are going to give us a wave. There's the guys who are doing a brilliant job all tournament. Our thanks to them. And it is indeed, have a look at this, live pictures now. Binod Bhandari is the player of the match, and rightly so. He deserved that today. Thought he was exceptional. It means that tomorrow we're going to see Karnali, who may take the momentum come in and play against the Janakpur Bolts. The Bolts will have to turn things around. Don't have a better coach that could do it for them. Pupadu Dasanayaka will certainly look to rally his troops. James Neesham, I thought he was used too late today. They should have got him into the game earlier. He was a standout batter in the first innings. 45 off 23. Continues to have the highest strike rate in the tournament. And also, one little final note, Ravi Bapara went past Rohit Powdell as the top run scorer in the tournament, but Jimmy Neesham still top of the charts with 194, that career strike rate. He'll need to be at his best. The Karnali Yaks, great credit to Guyan Endramala and the backroom staff there. They got Kulsawala in, that was the man they wanted. They got the left-hander into the game, and all of a sudden they're just one game away from what would be a remarkable turnaround in form. Remember, if Sudurpaschim had chased down that total in that final group game against them in 12.3 overs, they'd already be gone. It would have been the Gurkhas we'd have watched today. But I think they'll have the momentum tomorrow against the Janakpur Bolts. We'll have a little bit of a later start. I think it's about 12:15 or 12:30 the game will get going tomorrow. Then we'll have the day off on Friday, and it'll all build up to that grand final, Super Saturday number 4, on Saturday the 21st of December. That's going to wrap it up for now. Thanks so much as always. Catch you tomorrow for one more playoff game before that grand final. Dandavad and namaste from me.